fragile supports with not great front line, it ends up being a pretty tough time for the supports, especially when there's so many vision aspects, so many ways into backline. We got PA, Void Spirit, Clockwork, and Visage. These heroes can all pierce the front line quite easily to get to these back squishies, and my god, are they squishy. Rubik AA, some of these squishier actual support heroes. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be tough. I'm going to be looking at Toby and Baranya.
Yep.
I think this Axe could work wonders if he gets like a really early Vanguard and he can just start like running at lanes and collapsing on towers, but I think it's going to have to be quite a big advantage that they have to play with.
Let's see. Let's see what can happen here. We're getting some exciting heroes as well. You know, the Phonic Visage. I mean, where do you sort of place this here at the moment? Have you seen any performances of this hero looking particularly strong or weak? Where's it stand in this patch?
Nothing, not too crazy. It's kind of, it's like dead even. I know SEA and China have been liking it a bit.
Yeah.
JJ gave me some stats too. It's like 5-5 in the patch, 4-4 in DPC. They picked it a couple of these offlaners. Lacoste had been talking to me about it too. How he thinks it's pretty strong just because that mana cost. If you look at the Soul Assumption, it's 125 at all levels. It's unbelievably strong. It's a huge buff on the hero. Plus, you know, the Shard got buffed too. He just got significant amount of buffs.
Oh, Milan.
Milan.
He's been found here. That will be a first, but they'll try and give it over towards Noob. And they've managed to do that as well. Noob will start the game. First blood for the mid laner.
Well, that's a dream. Play versus Storm Spirit lane that could normally be a little bit difficult for the Void Spirit, perhaps. Now, you know, just he's going to be having stick charges to start with, a really early bottle. Noob should be able to do very well in that one. And yeah, let's see how bottom is. This is a really awkward lane. You know, every time we've seen AA paired up, it's been with either Sven or Wraith King or something that can at least slow down / chase. I don't know if they're going to be able to connect many of these Blood Rights unless Level Up just makes some weird movements. Doesn't play around it because there's just not a lot of slow, not a lot of connection either for Cold Feet. So this is going to be a little bit of a weird lane, I feel.
Not for sure, yeah. The Blood Rights mainly going to be used when Level Up's trying to dive in or get aggressive onto him, try and scare them away. The offensive potential for Ghost Frogs definitely seems pretty low.
Just secure last hits, secure range creeps, because he's just going to get grave chilled and stuff like that. DNZ is going to start pulling, because you do want to reset position in the lane when you're playing a hero like Visage. 285 movement speed. You don't want to be playing so close to the tower, because they can just hit you and chase you out, so does want to bring it back a bit. J4 will chase him around, but DNZ smartly just keeps it out of that tower aggro.
And what's sort of the build for the offlane Visage? Are you the guy that's rushing the Solar Crest for the team, or?
Actually, what builds have I seen? I think I saw some still going like the hood and the pipes and stuff like that, which I could still see as a possibility this game because he's versus AA, Storm, so much magic damage. But yeah, Solar is the dream.
See, mid lane. Rania getting pretty low here.
He's just having to deal with the first blood. The early bottle on Noob, he's got it pre-2 minutes. It actually just puts a lot of pressure onto the Storm Spirit. You have no regen. Like, if you get caught with Aether Remnant, you're dead.
No, he can't really step up into vision here.
No. And he almost gets caught. And now he's got to go take one of those water runes. We'll be able to set up for the top one at least. And Noob will be able to get the bottom one. But no bottle for Baranya.
Indeed,
so
no refill
it's
for
just
him.
A little heal. Just a slight heal.
Yeah, we'll have the full bottle on its way out now, but definitely not getting
on top. He's still level 1.
Oh, running him down. He's got enough damage with the Inkswell. He's got stick charges. And RDO is actually going to have to start backing off. In fact, RDO himself will be taken out. Milan able to turn things around there. Also getting the call out onto LeBron. Good body blocks as well from Toby. Can they get this as well? It's going to be close. He got another hunger. Won't be quite up in time and salves there for LeBron, but nice turnaround from Ghost Frogs up top as Milan baiting them in. Had the stick charges, we're ready to go.
Hits the level 2 off the next creep too. That kind of saved him so that he could get that lift off. That was really close to them getting the kill. But yeah, stick charges doing wonders versus that PA lane. As bottom is, Bloodseeker's actually doing just fine for now. He's actually he's got this ridiculous armor. Visage's damage isn't the highest, so it's going to take some time. I've seen Phonic miss quite a bit of last hits too, but Chrysalis, he's going to have a good advantage at least to start off the lane. Yeah,
it's going to be a bit of a slow start, slow farm for Phonic here on these first few waves. But I mean, hey, that's what happened last game, right? We saw Phonic have a pretty abysmal start to the lane, but then of course the rest of the game was perfectly fine for him. So
he did have a flash
make it work with a bad start. Sure.
To be fair, he was tanking, so you can just, you know, Sandstorm, push waves. Visage is a lot more about you have to start winning some fights and some battles because you don't flash farm. You're just about getting kills and just pressuring objectives with your birds. But he's got level 3 now, so he is stronger. DNZ, once he gets 3, that's when they're going to start playing aggressive down here. They've got crazy amounts of damage. if they can actually isolate any targets.
Do you think, are they
Like
going
J4.
to be able to catch Branya here in the mid lane? Oh, nice.
I think they're just going to secure runes. I don't think he's going to go check bottom J4. He does get caught by the battery assault, and he's looking quite dead. Oh? Yeah, he is.
Let me see. Yeah, once the charges are built up, that Soul Assumption nuke in the lane very much hurts.
He used his entire mana pool, though, on Funnick. I want to see them get either like a Bassi or just some Clarity / Mangoes down here, as DNZ actually finds Crystallis. They don't have a second nuke, but they do have a Grave Chill.
I
Ooh, they actually messed that one up.
Yeah, DNZ can maybe continue to stay in range of the battery assaults, but stepping far enough away that Crystallis is able to walk out of range.
RDO was low HP top too, so the thirst started kicking in, so a little bit faster on Crystallis to get back to his tower. As lane's looking pretty decent so far for Ghost Frogs, which I feel like they do need to have happen. As they're chasing LeBron up top, Ink swells the creep wave. It walks right past them. And he will die.
Comes at a price.
Wait, for how long is the game now? Do the creeps ignore it again?
Isn't it 5 minutes, right?
It's 5 minutes.
Until
okay.
you, I think, right?
I was just thinking through that because you don't normally see that much that interaction.
Yeah, they just like walk
busted out,
past.
but of
Yeah.
course, there is that later stage of the game now where they walk
How long
past
is it actually?
Is it 5 minutes? I mean, it must be.
I can't remember. I just know it's
I don't
you have to be very close to the tier 1 to get the aggro on them for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then you kind of stop doing that usually
it's
around
not
5 minutes. So
Yeah, I must say, but I think you're right. I think it may have just been a wave too early. Because yeah, if he gets the aggro on those creeps, he gets the spins. More damage will be done. Either way, LeBron is going to look to make a play now around mid.
ooh, they're gonna smoke noob top actually to help out the top lane. So PA doing okay, but they know that the Axe is getting a crazy amount of farm. They want to slow Toby down. Toby's actually he's rushed phase boots. I thought he was gonna rush Vanguard in this lane, but wants to continue just running at heroes.
they're in.
Might just get caught here by noob.
Yeah, straight in. Sets up for the Inkswell stun. They've got the damage nuke. Toby will get the call off. He's going to try and run, but they've still got further catch with another Astral Step. Toby will be taken down.
Lane creeps can no longer be aggroed by player until 5 minute mark.
Is the okay? So,
It is 5 minutes. As Boranya mid, wanting to put some pressure onto Noob as he just returns, burns some raindrops. He's got a regen, so he's just trying to push as much as he can with this catapult wave here, keep it alive. He's gonna tank the wave too, and just keep forcing this tower. And this is a great move for Ghost Frogs. A lot of objective damage here. And Noob has to be careful too. Like Boranya could still go in and threaten him a bit.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. As dragging the creep wave right back, not wanting to stand anywhere near this storm with the regen popped.
Tower is under attack.
Boranya continuing to maximize with this regen too, gets a nice amount of farm to continue, getting this gold lead that they have 1k. As bottom J4,
They got him. DNZ will go down in return though, so Crystallis, for sort of, even though the deaths around him on J4, his lane continuing to be pretty much a free farm paradise for him down bottom.
And he's actually, okay, so Funnick's putting the 3 points in Soul Assumption. So the lanes that I think I've seen do it, I think it was, I want to say, I haven't gotten to see too many of it, but I know his Elephant really likes it. I think they went like 1-2-2, and then they would max the Grave Cleaver, I think. Well, I can't remember, but he's going to be going for more just straight aggression, and they do have heroes that works well with it. I actually love Visage plus Grimstroke together. We're going to see double Soul Assumptions coming out, and then probably 4x Soul Assumptions when we hit level 15. Lots of fun stuff there.
That's gonna
Mid.
be...
Nice little bottle refill.
DNZ is hanging around, is trying to do some de-warding, but won't be able to make any moves.
Rupture top.
Diving in for this. TPs are coming over, Noob. He's going to be in here to back things up. Toby's trying to find Ardio. He's not going to quite be able to do so. Zardio will turn over towards the Rubik. Extra TP's coming in as Phoenix also ready to join the fight up here. As a big zip comes in, Boranya will cross and set up 2 kill off Ardio there. Gets him low enough for the dunk to come into play. They will bring down the PA. They can get everyone out of it, Ghost Frogs. This will be a pretty nice move for them to make. In fact, Toby wants to go back in. He runs straight in for the call, catches Funnick. Funnick gets a solo sub jump, but Toby's able to get in and get a second kill here with another dunk.
And the speediness allows them to just run away. That is pretty huge. They also keep the storm alive somehow. Boranya, he gets the stick charges off, can reset. Now gets his bottle refilled, so he can actually keep his presence on the map as the storm spirit Some nice teamwork coming out from Ghost Frogs there.
Very nice.
Looking like they'd probably lose some heroes, but somehow they all get away. I actually can't believe that all of them scurried out.
I mean, yeah, you don't normally see a team being able to go for that sort of dive past a tier 1 against a team that pretty much TPs in their entire roster to try and fight back underneath it. And the team that's diving gets away with it, and gets away with it big time. 2 huge kills there for them picked up.
That really is the beauty of Axe, right? If you get these successful dunks, like everyone's just moving that much faster, able to reset. Also the thirst for the Bloodseeker. They lose Milan, but hey, just fine. The other thing that did happen was Funnick, right before he TP'd, he actually summoned his birds. So his birds were down bottom. If he had the birds top, could have seen a different story. But that's what happens. That's top now. Pressure will come out. I like this first movement by Crystallis too. I like that he recognizes he's a Bloodseeker. So he's got to play fast versus PA. He wants to go play and get those ruptures on him early. So I like that early aggressive move.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looks like tower trade perhaps on both sides. I don't know if they can defend bottom. There's a lot of vision aspects on the side of level up as we talked about earlier on. The birds, the rockets, and whatnot. So they will be able to see behind that tower. So I don't know if Ghost Frogs will set up.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, that looks unlikely at the moment. Ghost Frogs just focused on
Dire's
getting
middle
control
tower
of
is under
level up's jungle.
Oh, they're actually stacking the enemy jungle and farming it for Toby. He's got max spin. He's going to have Vanguard any moment now. That's going to be huge for Toby. I think now that they've gotten top tower, they've gotten this. Once he gets Vanguard, they can swing and try to take mid tower. And it should be pretty hard for level up to actually defend that versus a Vanguard Axe. Like, their damage is going to be quite a bit limited. They do have a lot of burst, though. With that Visage going that max Soul Assumption builder, 3 points in Soul Assumption.
Dire's middle tower.
But I think that's still the move. Ghost Frogs, they want to apply tower pressure as early as possible, and they do have Catapult hitting mid, so swing over and try to finish that one off before level up is prepared. Nope, looks like Ghost Frogs, Toby's just going to farm an Ancient stack instead. He already has the Vanguard, so that means tier 1 mid will live a little bit longer.
Piranha. He's going to hit a good timing on the Orchid this game, no doubt about it. But with Noob having that Yule's Rush, and Noob's almost very likely to have that done around the similar time, so we'll be able to save himself.
Solar Crest about to be finished for Funnick, so he's about to hit his big timing for himself. Does need to get some protection, though. I want to see him get even a casual cloak or something on Funnick, because it's so much magic damage on the side of Ghost Frogs. He could just die unbelievably fast. And there's a lot of damage instances, too, to break his cloak.
Yeah, if he does get jumped, at least they have a lot of things to throw out, especially if it is sort of a big initiation from Piranha. A lot of annoying things for the Storm to be aware of. The Embrace, and I got him. I certainly got him there. J4 caught alone. TP's coming in. See if they can maybe try and catch someone on the way out. Piranha is trying to go for it, but Noob has got another step charge ready and waiting. Toby's coming in with a wraparound from the side. But he won't be able to push on forward. Just level up, they get the kill, and they get out. Nothing to be lost here.
That's a big move. I like when they're seeing them able to make the aggressive moves versus this very early game lineup. Like, they're all about the later stages. Well, not all, but for the most part, they want to be taking it to later stages and later fights. But they're the ones actually making those first moves. As Ghost Frogs looks like they're going to be playing more reliant on just farming Toby his blink. I really did think that I really did want them actually to pressure that mid tower a little bit more, because then it gives you some access to get vision around Ancients and stuff like that to watch the PA. But now you just have this Vanguard Axe farming, which, it still feels great for Ghost Frogs, but I think they could press their advantage a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess it just means that when he does have the blink, then they've really got to go, right? There's going to be no more time for the farming. They're just, at the moment, giving that space for RDO to hit what will be a decent Battle Fury timing. It's keeping up pretty well with the other cores in the game, just really sort of Toby that's charging ahead.
Yeah, and it's actually level up kind of being the ones looking for these aggressive plays, because they don't rely on Blink Dagger as early on, right? Like Clockwork Hookshot, Void Astral Step with the Inkswell. They have easier ways to make those moves pre-blink. Ghost Frogs looks like they are thinking about making a move here soon. 3 of them gathered in mid. Showing Toby top. That's a risk. That is so scary.
Especially when he's as close as he is to his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and DNZ, like Clockwork, he thrives versus Axes at this point. Sure, Axe right now with Vanguard is pretty okay as long as he's not like 2 or 3 heroes on top of him, but very deep position for Toby. Yeah, RDO, he's just going to get the freedom to finish his battlefield. I feel like that's pretty good for a level up, even though they are losing a bit on the net worth and that experience. You know, this is a PA draft that has a solo crest already built into it. You don't mind just like chilling out and they're not pressuring you when they have a Bloodseeker carry. You have to be feeling kind of okay here about all this. They're not taking your towers. They're just kind of farming.
Some beautiful stacks here as well that RDO is going to very easily be able to clean up after he has the Battle Fury out. And just a few hundred gold away from having it complete. So if the game continues to be as passive as it is, yeah, he hits that Battle Fury timing in less than a minute, really. And he's able to clean up that Ancient stack. He's going to be top net worth. This PA is going to have no problem with how the start of this game's gone. Unless Ghost Frogs can bring something else against them. Level up, though, this time around the PA, they're happy to fight. They're still very strong. They've got a lot of great catch. So it isn't easy for Ghost Frogs to make that move. Toby about a creep away from having the Blink Dagger. So we'll see what happens then, but it has slowed down. And yeah, RDO's going to have a big smile on his face because of this.
Absolutely. And they're smoking up top. I thought they might be smoked to get a ward around Ancients, but looks like they're smoking around their vision for that one ward that they have lasting about 3 more seconds.
Yeah.
They have Orchid. They have a lot of burst damage. So if they do find anybody, they'll kill them pretty damn quickly. But I mean, PA is just going to get Battle Fury done in a second and then farm Ancients, and they're not going to contest it. So PA is going to have probably higher net worth than everybody on the side of Radiant in a couple moments here. But that's the X Blink, right? It's coming out of the Courier, so now maybe they can make a big move.
I mean, ideally for them, surely you want to be trying to head into this triangle, right? You've got to know there's a high chance that this is going to be that point where maybe, as the PA does, have that Battle Fury, they're going to be farming these Ancients.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. Like, I wanted them to press more for mid tower, right? Like, if this mid tower is gone, it's a lot harder for level up to just secure this Ancient area. But now with mid tower, it's a bit safer. But now Ghost Frogs with the Blink, they're gonna try, but the Ancients are almost dead.
Right, and level up setup, as you say. There are 4 heroes around him, making sure that RDO has the space and time to clear these Ancients. It's very hard for Ghost Frogs to make the jump. Toby's coming in. He's gonna get the call. And this indeed just onto the one. I mean, they'll kill LeBron. What's the status of the Ancients? Everything apart from one already been farmed. So a support kill found with the Blink reveal. But RDO, he's hit his Ancient creeps. And he indeed is, shooting up the ranks here towards that top spot. They've got to find this PA. They've got to do something about RDO. Otherwise, they're going to have a similar situation as they had on their hands in Game 1 against RDO's Terrorblade, just being completely uncounterable in the later stages.
Oh, absolutely agreed. They need to start catching something, but level up's not giving them many opportunities. Like the way they set up there, your 5 position dies, it's perfect. Your Clockwork's rocketing, pushing out mid. Your Visage was not really showing himself top. Funnick just pushing in the top wave with just his familiars. So they're doing a great job of splitting up the map and just slowing down this lead, which is 3-4K. It's just been chilling there for some time, but they want more on Ghost Frogs.
And we'll go down here, level up. They've been able to isolate J4. Separated from the rest of the team, caught on the high ground. Toby still maybe seeing if he can get in and get a call off, but they're just backing off. And little things like this, you lose a hero, you don't have the follow-up of the Ice Blast for a bit of time. It becomes that much harder for Ghost Frogs to make the moves that they really need to do right now.
Yeah, absolutely. At least they're taking over Triangle. This is a really good move here, that they're just able to claim the area. Toby's just sitting here denying that farm away is quite huge. It is breaking the map away from RDO, and we do see Crystallis, he's taking his own Ancient, so now they're starting to get a bit better of maximizing, a bit better efficiency, and just shutting down level up's map. They're farming just a bit more on Ghost Frogs now. Just with that little move, that little invasion, it's still pretty decent. But still need to, you gotta have some gusto. I feel like they still gotta be looking for these constant plays. Like Toby, I know he wants his Blade Mail, but I want to see him just like leaving the farm for the Bloodseeker / Storm, just constantly looking for plays.
Should be a 3-1 down bottom here. LeBron pushing out in a fashion you could only imagine. He's not expecting anything else other than dying here, I don't think. No. I mean, when you go out that far as a 5. But he gets the response that maybe he was expecting as they make the jump.
And this is nice. Toby instantly TP's top. They see Funnick just sitting on the wave, and Funnick is probably just dead as well.
Yeah, if they could get a core kill out of this, which they certainly will with Branya backing him up. Comes in with a zip and the lockdown. There we go. Something done on top of the support kill. Quick moves. They pick off a core. They've got to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, keep looking for any of these heroes that are split up. You know that's the way that level up's going to play. Just split push the side lanes. PA going to jungle. So if you can catch these, it's great. Radiant Scan actually catches out perfectly. Noob as well as the NZ. They might not expect this. Toby? the double Aether Remnant. He walks into one.
Oh, the other one
Second
times
one disappears.
out
Oh, damn
before
it.
we get the cool knock-on effect.
RDO will reclaim his side, his ancient area for a second here, and immediately Ghost Frogs, they start swinging over. This is nice moves now. They're starting to really apply that pressure onto level up. They're not getting too much space for RDO now. Just keep swinging. I love it, yeah. As soon as Ancients spawn, Toby, go swing over there, farm them. Don't deny that from the PA since she doesn't have access to yours. Yeah, this is good moves here from Ghost Frogs. Just keep limiting them. Keep getting yourself more enabled. Keep preventing anyone but the PA from farming it. Oh,
Ruptured
yeah,
Illusion.
that's the Void Spirit Illusion.
Well, it does make things a little harder for them to go on anything down bottom. As, yeah, Noob knows it. He'll happily push this wave out. As it's very hard for them to catch him, regardless, anyway, in this game as the Void Spirit.
Yep, and look at this. RDO TP's back. He's probably like hoping, man, I hope my Ancients aren't farmed here. And he's going to see it, and he's going to be sad. As the Axe, Toby did make that heads-up move to take him away. And he's going to have Blade Mail done. So Toby, like, this is a good Blade Mail game versus PA.
Yeah.
It's always really nice.
I mean, all three of their cores are. You know, they are in those fantastic positions. You know, they're the top 3 net worth right now on the board.
Yeah, still looking pretty good. And I mean, it's ridiculous. Bloodseeker with this +7 armor talent. Like, look at this armor. So the PA, you know, we're talking about RDO. He has to jump backlines and stuff. Killing his Bloodseeker is always going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, they are so strong right now, Ghost Frogs. They've got to get in there. Looking towards Roshan.
They don't really hit Rosh. Their heroes are not the greatest at it.
Not very fast, at least. I mean, they've got ways to tank it, but it's not going to be quick if they want to go for it.
No medallion or anything either on anybody. So I don't think that if they want to go for Rosh, it has to be off of like a 4-0 or 5-0 fight. There's RDO. He's got the BKB queued. Probably feeling like he needs that in order to join any fights.
And yeah, with the catch they have, I mean, BKB in a Battle Fury, as you said already, there's some squishy targets, some lovely ones to jump with the BKB, they'll be able to find it. We'll lose LeBron again here on the front. That's a Grimstroke down, but the information that Level Up need to get out of there, and Ghost Frogs won't be able to this time catch anything else on top of that.
Yep, instantly the split push continues. Noob starts pushing the mid lane. Funnick will continue to set his birds up top, and it's the 5 position now twice in the last, what, 2-3 minutes? They just find that, but maybe that's going to give them the window for Rush. They still don't kill it the fastest. Let's see.
Well, they're going to
Ice
try.
Vortex actually making it a little bit better with the Maelstrom and the damage coming through, but let's see. J4?
Oh, onto the side, yeah. That's a dead AA to start things off, and that is going to give Ghost Frogs a bit of a spook here. Do they want to keep pushing onto this Rosh? As we said already, we were seeing that it's not fast.
No. I don't...
It's hard,
I'm surprised they touched it even, but Ice Vortex and the Maelstrom procs with Blood Rage was actually making it a lot faster than I thought it would be, but still quite slow. And there's so many vision tools, like we mentioned, for Level Up. They can keep just poking in there, just getting any information needed. So, yeah, I don't want to take too long doing that, because that's just going to buy time for RDO, who's
I mean, it is, yeah.
very
RDO
quickly approaching top.
He is. That's just sort of the expected outcome when RDO's been able to find the space that he has. And all in all, just, again, Level Up's positioning around the stage of the game, especially when they're against a lineup that, at the moment, you know, they are sort of, they have the items. They are ahead. They're up 4K. But Level Up doing an excellent job of just limiting the moves that Ghost Frogs can make, and just setting up really nicely for RDO to be able to constantly find his place to be on the map. Like there seems to be very little times this series where RDO's in a place that feels risky. You know, he always knows the limit at the risks he can take with his farming positions, and it's certainly showing this series.
Yeah, and they're definitely, it's good communication when you can tell that everybody's on the same page like this. It's avoid, right? Just avoid fights.
Yeah.
If someone gets caught, you leave them. Like LeBron gets caught, they just leave him. They don't try to back him up with anything. However, if they see one of these squishy supports out of position, they'll assassinate them quick as well. DNZ doesn't mind just hookshotting in for that. Again, DNZ tends to be the big playmaker for this team. 3-1-4. Even though it's been such a quiet game, he's still doing a great job, and I like the itemization. They've got Hood on Clockwork, they've got Pipe on Visage, so they are preparing for those later things that will kick off.
We'll see Funnick after his essentials, the Solar Crest and the Pipe. Going for, of course, the Aghanims on the Visage.
Yep, like it a lot. I love this. I think this is the build I've seen the most almost every time on the SEA in China as well. Just pipe into solar. Just feels really good.
There we go, Ghost Frogs with the smoke. Let's see what they can catch. This time they're hoping for more than LeBron, which is kind of what they've been caught left with the last few times. They'll be able to upgrade themselves a little bit. This time round, the catch will be on to DNZ. So it's better than LeBron, but of course still not one of the cores of Level Up.
He was there to catch that smoke. That's why he's standing there. He's just there to be able to get killed pretty much as they're going to try turning it into Roche. Okay, Crystallis, a bit low on HP. He's about half HP on this Bloodseeker, but they're actually killing it a bit fast. The Orchid plus all that magic
This
amp
time
with
they're going to have it.
Vortex.
Funnick doesn't
Not
well,
bad.
he spots it out and he's starting to play around a little bit with the birds. They're
No
smoking
clockwork for 8.
over.
BKB on RDO.
And they're a little scared, Ghost Frogs. As low as Roche is, they don't want to try and force and commit it to take it down. They're worried about how
Bloodseeker's
close
low.
Level Up are.
Yeah, Crystallis, he's half HP. He has to heal off creeps. They're actually going to let him hit creeps for a moment.
Toby, he's not going to be able to get the blink off. They get the dagger in onto it straight away. Branya jumps over towards LeBron, but the hook shot's in. Toby's been silenced for now. Yules, but he comes crashing back down.
Noob.
Noob has to jump to the side. He's been ruptured, but Toby goes down. Branya trying to finish off Noob. Won't be able to take down the Void Spirit. They get two. They've lost one. See with the BKB. Ardio ready to commit, chasing down Crystallis. As the Bloodseeker looking pretty dead here. Another dagger out. They jump in, close the gap. They take him out. Double buybacks coming out from Ghost Frogs on both Crystallis and Toby as they look to try and turn this around. Able to close the gap, get him with the cool on to Ardio. The buybacks will allow them to pick up that kill. But DNZ, he's got a triple. Funnick's kiting up Crystallis as he's able to run away with the familiars. Toby will have another jump in a second. Is he going to be able to close in onto Funnick? No, Funnick's too fast. He's able to get away. So the buybacks do allow them to get the core kills, get RDO, and it will secure them Roshan. It's a costly fight, a fight they come out with the Aegis, but as you can see, the cost of that really slamming down that gold difference now, just a 1k gold difference in it now. I mean,
Yeah, you make a trade there. It's buybacks for Rush, and you have to make some type of play there. I think Crystallis dying is so scary, and now Crystallis has to be very careful, especially if he's doing plays like this. If he can die twice, that will pretty much negate everything that Ghost Frogs have gotten from those buybacks.
He's been caught.
He's so far up.
He's up on his own. They've got to get over it straight away. Okay, it looks like Level Up aren't going to try a second time. They'll settle with just taking the Aegis, but I mean,
that's huge.
That was the objective, right, that you just brought back for on two of your cores to get that Aegis, and you've just gone and lost it, and you've not been able to do anything with it.
I mean, that really is massive. That's now makes it all worth it for Level Up. Even though Ghost Frogs, they get the kill, they get the Roche. Level Up didn't use a single buyback, right? So they're going to have all these available for the next set of fights. They're going to be able to outnumber quite heavily versus Ghost Frogs. So they did, they committed for it, and they're going to have to accept the fact that that just happened. I think Crystals has to be kind of kicking himself for stepping up so far up top, just completely alone. We'll have BKB now done. So now this Bloodseeker has a lot more freedom of not having to worry so much about DNZ, as we saw DNZ in the last fight really do so much work as this Clockwork. We'll be a bit more protected. And yeah, double BKB should make the fights quite a lot easier, yeah. Noob, he does have Axe finished on this Void Spirit too.
Noob's got to be careful, and he will be. When TPing out, he can sense that they're up here hunting for him.
This has to be such a scary game for Milan and J4 now. There's now a Void Spirit with Axe, there's PA with BKB, there's Visage with Familiars and whatnot, and a Clockwork who's very tanky, so he can easily get on top of you guys in the back too. This does not feel too fun to be a Rubik or AA. They're going to need some really successful jumps coming out from Toby. And it's, like we said, Toby and the Bloodseeker bought back, so they have to be very careful for their positioning too.
Yeah. If they die here, they're losing, I mean, multiple towers. There's still a lot to be taken off the map by Level. I mean, tier 1's up in both mid and top lane. So many objectives to be found if Ghost Frogs do take a bad fight.
And PA is now pretty much done with Desolator very soon and level 18, so the crits are going to be that much bigger.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Outpost for outpost taken away.
Dire's middle tower is
DD Rune as well, ready for the next fight here for,
oh my god,
for the PA.
He gives him the bottle.
Yep.
Deso's not quite out. He's about 500 more gold, but this could just be enough for them to look for an actual head-on fight versus Ghost Frogs. So still positioning.
And this, DD and Deso, that is the combination that will threaten and potentially kill heroes like the Bloodseeker. If they can get any sort of jump or stun on him before the BKB's out, a bit of magic damage here and there, and then the PA going to work on him. they'll kill him very quickly on the front of this fight, Crystallis. So.
Yeah, he's also just going to pretty much one-shot the supports. Like a dagger crit, and the Rubik and the AA just die, more than likely. Maybe not the Rubik, he's a little bit tankier, but the AA, a dagger crit with the DD, he's dead.
For my coffers.
And what we got coming out, is that the Desto right now? Yep, it is. So
Yep.
Desto and DD on RDO.
Yeah, they're ready to fight. And a quickening charm on Noob right after he finishes up his Ags. This is going to be a crazy fight.
Oh, they're going to be able to start it as well. They get the hook shot straight away in onto the Rubik. Rubik's going to get taken out. They will manage to turn, bring down DNZ in response, but the silence out of the turn. Toby just destroyed their audio in with the Desto and the DD. He just disappears. He's gone immediately out of the game for 70. They've even got the catch here. They've got the Yules into the Remnant. They're going to be able to pick off Crystallis as well. As that's the two of them. There were 3 down, but of course the 2 being the big ones. The 2 cores out in the game. A longer death timer as well, obviously being the time that died after that previous buyback.
90 seconds.
Yeah.
They can take mid tower, they can claim top tower if they want. They can probably get the tier 2 mid as well. A huge window for level up. And DNZ, he doesn't care. Like, this is just a perfect jump from a play, like from a clockwork. You just get all the information. You get the jump on the squishy backlines. They die instantly. Axe dies in 1 or 2 swings from PA. At level up have hit their timing.
We'll see this again when RDO comes in a bit with the jump. And Toby's got a lot of HP to work with. See how big that old crit is that comes out. Is it the dagger? Oh, yeah, first hit there. 1,755 physical straight up. Oh, the dabs are coming out as well. As they're back in action, more death here. Well, looks a bit on the side of Ghost Frogs as Milan gets nuked from the low ground. The stroke
it's too much in the fights.
And the assumption coming in, and it is at this stage. They're just, I mean, again, you know, you're looking at the numbers, it doesn't really matter, it feels. You know, we saw this game and last game, Ghost Frogs, they're a little bit ahead, they're keeping it even, but both times round, RDO's just been on this carry that if you don't shut this man down or get ahead of him, he will inevitably win the game. I mean, this is, again, it just seems so hard for Ghost Frogs. How on earth do they deal with the PA at this stage?
I really love the way that they've drafted and played. They understand the draft is the best thing. Like, they knew it. Like, avoid fights, right? They let LeBron die. They let other heroes die, like, over and over again just to get the timings to build up to this point where now you see the beauty. Like, Ghost Frogs, there's just... It's little hope for them to really kill anybody anymore because this Axe, this Bloodseeker, the buybacks have hurt so much, even though they got Roche. Everyone on level up is just that much stronger. Now it's a full Ags on Funnick, too. They're massive. Level 20 on PA. All looking real good for level up. As now Boranya, the invis, the setup with Funnick.
He lets himself get double familiar stunned. Oh, he's gone. Now the turnover on Toby, they have caught him. They are turning with a burst onto Audio. Audio plus the BKB, they'll be able to bring down Toby. Audio will fall, there'll be a buyback from Boranya. See if Boranya can turn this around with a buyback. He's able to jump over towards Noob. He's got the control on the voice prayer, but the Yules is up. He's still got Dissimulate and a step. He's out. And he's away. Noob's going to be fine. Now Branya's got to be carefully brought back for this, and he's out of mana.
Oh. They got RDO, though. Not bad.
And there's something there with the buyback, but again, it's these fights where they're having to use the buybacks for it. Let's see if they can get more. I feel like the audio kill is nice, but they're going to want something else of this off the back of the buyback, and you can see with the wraparound, Funnick's still good to go. Branya is going to go for a big step in, but Funnick is ready to strike for the shadows. He's on top of Crystallis. Crystallis is going to go down. They've got the silence under Branya. Branya is up in the air. He's going to go down as soon as he falls to the ground. Dead for 100 seconds. As they may have got audio, but it just isn't enough at this stage when you're committing this much to the fight. I mean, a very awkward way to start there as well. I feel like you don't normally see a Storm allowed to just get walked up to by a familiar and opened up with a familiar stun.
It's the beauty of the Silent as the Grave, right? Those double invisible familiars.
Yeah, it's just they don't have the vision set up.
Yeah. That's Toby.
And they're ready for more in the mid.
Call, but uh-oh.
I mean, there's no Crystallis, there's no Branya. There's no defense here. They'll come out with a buyback from the Rubik. Fortification as well. Well, they will manage to push them back temporarily.
It's so much damage that's coming out from this team too. Like you can't even like see it all happening because the PA has these explosive things. But if you look at the overall damage spread of level up, like look at this Visage and Void Spirit too. They're doing so much damage in the fights. These double soul assumptions plus a soul bind makes it a 4x. Like look at these damage distributions. It's actually quite even across the board. The PA is actually one of the least ones.
Well, they've got to set a better vision around here with this Ags on Funnick. They can't allow their storm to be initiated upon like this.
No, it catches you off guard, though. It's
I guess he
something that
didn't
you don't
expect
really
the time.
expect.
Yeah, it just suddenly there's a great familiar jump dropping down on you.
And that's why, you know, I was saying, like, I do love how this whole draft does come together from Level Up. These sneaky ways, like this Rubik in AA, it's like the scariest game in the world. You're pretty much playing versus, like, Ricky in a way, but these heroes that jump you into backline, but also give vision. There's so many different tools to just kill these squishy targets. And yeah, we're really seeing that. 11K gold lead. DD spawns top.
Well, they at least managed to make sure, that the PA doesn't get it this time round.
Yeah. But look at Noob though. It's not like we keep mentioning, like it's RDO, the PA. It's look at how big these other two cores are. Noob has a Hex again.
They're ready. Level up. And for the most of this game, they've been playing it casual themselves, sort of letting Ghost Frogs try and fight into them. I mean, now with the items, the lead that they have, they know that they can just look to charge in themselves. As it's going to be very hard for Ghost Frogs to deal with a clean jump from Level Up. Ghost Frogs have to be fully prepared.
Yeah, RDO even buying like a full S and Y just for some status resist versus the call as they jump.
They're going to get the jump on towards Piranha at the back lines, but the BKB comes out. Crystallis is getting fully focused, dives through the BKB to the overwhelming physical damage. He will buy back here. Piranha having to use his mana to get back to the high ground. That's a quick buyback forced out of Crystallis' Bloodseeker, though. Pushing them further behind here, Ghost Frogs.
DNC just, again, always getting the right hook shot. They just surround this poor Bloodseeker. Just make him look so fragile. They have so much damage coming between their draft now, and this might be the final hurrah. Ghost Frogs just looking for some miraculous wraparound as the BKB on PA is down, but this still doesn't feel like an easy fight. The other cores are so damn strong now.
Let's see what they can get with the smoke with Funnick. He's ready to sneak in, Toby. He tries to get the call off on but they do still get the lift up. That's telekinesis, but the backup's coming in for Level Up. Noob's able to jump in. DNC coming in with a hook shot. He's got the two of them. He's trapped Toby. He's trapped Crystallis. They're both caught in the cogs. Crystallis will be able to bite his way out of it, but Piranha and Toby are down. No buybacks available on them. Crystallis will manage to bring down the Grimstroke. They've got the catch, though, for him. Yule's out into the Remnant. He's dropped back down into the face of RDO as RDO can get to work with the physical damage. Hex comes out to lock Crystallis down. Milan's trying to hide. He goes for the TP out, but there's too much damage to deal with as they get the team wipe. Level Up.
DNC will just die. I think he just ran in and died under the trying to collect a gem or something like that. But yeah, Level Up on the same page. Even the way they're jumping in the little things of the fights. Noob jumps, gets the Hex on the Storm Spirit. RDO BKBs jumps him instantly. They're both all on the same page, and really Level Up have been so impressive as a team today, just across the board. Like drafts, play just way better than Ghost Frogs today.
Absolutely, a big step up, and it seems like the boot camp really is paying off. And
agreed.
You know, sometimes you in the lower division as well, you see these performances, and it begins to set the team ahead of some of the other Dota that you're used to sort of seeing down here. You know, this is some top stuff here in the lower division from Level Up, and if they could pull this out consistently, this is absolutely going to be a squad to watch. This is some great stuff.
It's just like the full understanding from the whole team. As Toby. Noob.
Cool. We'll be able to bring down Noob.
Sometimes happens too, though. You know, sometimes you walk up high ground, you kind of forget that they're still powerful even if they do have 3.
No, they can chill, wait for RDO to get his next start done if they want. He's close to Satanic. Nullifier's picked up on Funnick.
Ooh, a flicker. That's a nice pickup. Who's going to take that one? Just going to give it to LeBron. Now there's no more. Now he doesn't have to worry so much about getting jumped by Orchids and stuff as he has been worrying a lot inside of the game.
I'll Level Up even thinking about going back in if Ghost Frogs step out.
Hell yeah, look at Funnick. I mean, Funnick is just having so much fun now. He's just flying over trees. He's got Nullifier as well, too. Like, whew.
He's just hiding it, ready to sort of set up on anyone that steps near Toby. I mean, they're going to go for this. Ghost Frogs, they're heading in. They'll be able to lock down LeBron. LeBron will fall. Funnick trying to make moves straight away for the backlines. Looking towards J4. Branya's zipping over. Funnick going in fully aggressive onto J4. He's pretty tacky, but he's not tacky enough to get away with that, as that'll actually be the death of Funnick. As he just tries to charge past the whole team to kill off poor old J4. And he gets the kill, but I mean, there's no way he's not dying in a situation like that where he just tries to sort of ignore everyone else and run at the AA.
It looked funny, at least. He just literally ran past everybody.
He was like, I'm getting this kill.
He's
mean,
like, you've got Ghost Scepter, you've got Force Staff.
it's
Nope.
just going straight for it. He wants J4. But, yeah, he's 100% dead for that attempt. There's no other way out of it for him.
I think they're feeling themselves a bit here, right? They're probably feeling like, my God, we've completely smashed this game now. We have such a big advantage. They're just taking, they're taking their foot off the pedal a little bit there.
It does, it does seem those sort of moves are just kind of like the moves that they haven't been pulling out for the rest of the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are those. We're enjoying ourselves. We've already done the damage. We've already won the game.
Sure.
Let's just put the herd in. Sure, we're giving up the kills, but we want to just kill heroes. As neutral item picked up, Spell Prism on a noob, phenomenal one for him. RDO also getting the leveler. Some really solid ones up on level up, and now they're being a little bit more careful. All four sticking together, not doing any individual plays, waiting for their visage to come up. Don't want to throw this game away.
Have we got any big items or levels coming up here for Ghost Frogs?
For Ghost Frogs, I'm not seeing any big levels just yet. Still 2 levels on the Storm
Yeah.
Spirit, but on level up, they're about to hit 25 on Void Spirit and Phantom Assassin and Visage, actually. Visage is 24 and change. So this could actually be, maybe one of the best moments, one of the best last moments for Ghost Frogs to take a fight before everyone does hit 25 on the side of level up, because those are going to get pretty crazy. Ghost Frog still quite hesitant, though. The gem is on the Visage. Funnick does pick one up. And now they have to back away.
Oh,
the hook shot.
and a big
Catches
hook
2.
shot. They will manage to get the Bloodseeker out of the side, but he's caught by the Hex, and he's dragged back into the Remnant, pops the BKB. Crystallis will turn with the Rupture. Will stop
No hook.
Ardio from being able to chase him for now, but Ardio still able to reach out with the dagger over towards the side, gets Toby and J4, who tries to TP out. And Funnick easily having enough damage to kill off J4, and this time Funnick's got backup so he can get away with rushing in like this. Now they turn over towards the Rubik. Another catch here, as there's no escape for Milan. Triple kill for Funnick on his Visage.
Oh boy, and now level 25's on all of the cores. It's PA 25, Void Spirit 25, Visage 25. The fights now absolutely, they already were pretty much impossible. Now absolutely impossible with these 3. As DNZ, sick hook shots back to back.
Yeah, that seemed like pretty much close to a max range hook shot as well. A beautiful reach from a mile
And then you
off
have the
there.
Ags for the secondary one to lock down the Axe again. Yeah, this has just been highlight reel really for this Clockwork, it seems. There's another hook. Oh my God, okay. He goes for it though, I like it.
Yeah, why not?
Dire's bottom
Why
tower
not?
is under attack.
They do have buybacks on Toby and Milan. Obviously, Toby doesn't really want to use it. He's only dead for 20 more seconds. Another zip in.
DNZ.
Rania, he's got it. And we'll be able to bring down DNZ, but now they're going to
Bloodseeker.
jump in onto Crystallis. Oh, Crystallis just dies. He's out for 90. No buyback on him.
And RDO back full HP because he pops Tanic.
Is fortified.
3v5 now. Oh, Funnick does lose a bird to the tower, but he's got to resummon in a second, so no problem.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, 25 on Storm as well, so they do at least have that going for them.
Okay. I've got that, yeah, that great measure of being able to D-push and clear out the waves as they push in.
I'm surprised Level Up backed up. What were they picking anything up? Waiting on any couriers? No, nothing. I guess they were just being very careful now after they did do a couple slip-ups. Getting an Arcane Rune now also, so this Void Spirit with these lovely cooldowns. How many familiars have been killed this game? Ooh.
I would
7.
say 3.
I said 7. I'll go a little high.
You got it.
I was close.
You were close. It's 1 off there.
Does that count the tower that got one too?
No, I think it showed.
Oh, so what's 7? You're trying to swindle me this.
Oh, hello. What do we got here, Milan? He's got.
ya.
Does have a buyback, and Chrysalis is back up in a second. Let's see what they can pull together here. Ghost Frogs on the defense. If they want to, it doesn't look like they're gonna actually again just back up, level up. They're chilling. I don't feel any need to rush it. Can take their time
Oh, wait.
here.
Okay. Funnick actually, okay, he did take the extra familiar. I think I've seen people take the Grave Cleaper cloaks and then your familiars are like invulnerable or something. I remember people talking about, but Oh, well, it doesn't matter. +1 familiar is just probably better in this game. And most of the times anyway, as they've already got this great way to control. Yeah, just leaving Ghost Frogs trapped. I mean, are they just waiting? They're just being very patient.
Oh, look, there
just
you
for
go.
anybody to make a slip-up move.
And look, we can see as well, as you said. Yeah, 75% of the time they take the Gravekeeper's cloak stacks.
Yeah,
But 100% win rate with a +1 familiar though. You know, that's stats don't lie.
Well, because I remember reading about something where it's like if you put yourself on the tree lines and your birds are hitting the buildings, your birds are invulnerable when you have the sacks on the sidelines. But it doesn't matter. They don't need to do any cheeky stuff this game. They can just take on any head-on fight.
Branya doing a good job though of making these final moments rather hard, keeping the lanes shoved out with that auto remnant here on the ball lightning.
Still, it's even scary for him even doing that. Like, he BKBs and TPs, but my God, with the way that DNZ's been playing, I would be scared to even do that. Like, he might just come out of nowhere from left field with a hook shot onto your BKB Storm pushing. So Branya does have to be cautious of that, but he is getting some decent farm. He has Ags queued up. He's actually going to be able to finish it up very soon. He does have the talents as well. But yeah, just not feeling where the damage is ever really going to come from on Ghost Frogs. They may have control, the call, the vortex, you know, from the Storm Spirit, but who's going to be dealing the damage? Like, Crystallis, his item progression is just, it's completely been gone since his second buyback.
I mean, they're heading out.
They're going to smoke.
Well, they're going to try and see if they can get catch outside of the base, Ghost Frogs.
Do they have... they just don't have damage, Owen.
Maybe they can catch Phonic. Oh, Phonic
It's a
into the
tanky one.
invis.
The ward gets taken out right away, too. And there's the hook shot.
DNZ.
That's one.
He's going to
There's
open
the
up.
second.
It does get the BKB off beforehand, though, so Branya will still be able to break away. Toby's going to get the jump onto LeBron at the back of it. See if LeBron is going to be fine. Yeah, they didn't have the follow-up damage. Now Toby's having to run. BKB's out from RDO. Crystallis will control him with a Rupture. Crystallis is going to have to run, though, as they're chasing him down here with the Familiars. Hex comes out. They've got the Familiar Stones to follow up. Crystallis needs help, and he needs it now. Buybacks come out from the two of them. LeBron will hold them back with the Soulbind. Noob's ready lead in here with the Inkswell. He's not going to jump in any further, though. Respects the fact that Ghost Frogs do have the full 5-man backup. Branya. And with the chase outside of the base, he's going to go straight for LeBron. Toby's in with the call. They're able to lock down LeBron. They bring down the Grimstroke. Now they turn over towards Noob. The Eon Disc keeps him fine and alive. They'll get the stun off onto Toby. Toby down for 110 seconds. The Hex control out onto Branya. Is he able to get away in time? He's up in the air. He's out. The mana just enough to get him away from this, but Crystallis, he's not going to have the same luxuries. Crystallis goes down. Will buy back. They're just cleaning them up one by one here. They may have lost DNZ, but it's 3 dead on Ghost Frogs. No buyback on the rest of them as Crystallis tries to get in. There's lockdowns there with the Hex. Branya up to the high ground. He gets the Vortex pull off onto the 3 of them. Noob getting very low, but the pulse is out. Noob's able to jump away with a step. They turn, the crits land in onto Branya as GG is called. Level up. They'll finally close up the game 2, and with that, the series is theirs. And they look very